headlines from the international news. Canadian government unveils COVID-19 vaccination plan. From the national news, Salon asks House adoption of Senate's CREATE bill. From the local news, a female call center agent was shot dead at Buluan, Northern Cebu. Good day, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. This is Daily Prime News. Canadian Federal Health Authorities released the government's COVID-19 vaccine rollout plan on Thursday afternoon in Ottawa.
We see the light at the end of the tunnel.
PT Chief Public Health Officer Dr. Howard Inju says while initial supplies of vaccine will limit vaccinations to 3 million people,
The vaccine is ready. Canada will be too.
Pfizer's vaccine is expected to start being delivered first in January and will be sent by the manufacturer to predetermined points in each province.
The Government of Canada has entered into agreements with Pfizer and Moderna.
At least 88 million doses, with options to obtain tens of millions more.
Canadian Forces Major General Danny Ford, who is in charge of logistics for the distribution, says the military has been working with the government for months to prepare for eventual vaccine. Salon formally asked Speaker Lord Alan Velasco to have the House of Representatives adopt the Senate version of the CREATE Act. It is said that the reform also modernizes the tax incentives regime to take it simpler, fairer, and more efficient. Cinderella Gasador has the news.
In an aid memoir to the House leadership, Alvar Representative Joey Salcedo cited CREATE as an urgent measure by President Rodrigo Duterte, noting the House adoption would mean there are no disagreeing provisions between two chambers, and formally send the final version straight to the Chief Executive for his signature. Salcedo said the fiscal incentive reform has at least a 5% across-the-board corporate income tax cut for all resident corporation. Once signed into law, the measure will implement a 10% corporate income tax cut for corporation making $5 billion and below in net taxable income and a 5% reduction on all other corporations. Leading you to the truth, Cinderella Gasador, Daily Prime News.
A female call center agent was shot dead outside a beach resort in Liloan town in northern Cebu. Liloan Police Station identified the victim who resides in Lapu-Lapu City. What's the news update, John Invento?
A female call center agent was shot dead in Liloan Beach Resort in northern Cebu in December 3, 2020.
Liloan Police Station identified the victim as Kaisi Brillones Dumagat, 21 years old, who resides in Barangay Pahak, Lapu-Lapu City. Police Master Sergeant Arnie Kokong, investigator assigned to the case, said Dumagat, who is a native of Dumaguete City in Negros Oriental, was at a group of friends inside a beach resort in Tayud on Thursday. Citing initial findings from their team, Kokong said the victim went outside of the resort to receive a phone call. Shortly after, witness said they saw two men approach Dumagat and shot her twice. The gunman fled the scene on the board and motorcycle, said Gokong Engine.
To the truth. John Invento, back to studio.
Let us keep the conversation running and more stories to reveal. Daily Prime News will be right back.
Beli semua di Shopee.
Just na lang ngayon ang preference rock. Araw-araw na ang tibay mo. Just na lang ang preference rock. Araw-arawin mo ang tibay. Just na lang ngayon ang preference rock.
Sa Bear Brands Lockback, may tibay araw-araw. Just na lang from Nestle.
And we are back for Star News Update. Let's hear from Marjorie Gornas. Marge.
Good day, netizens! The inaugural Forbes Asia's 100 Digital Stars list, launched on December 8, highlighted celebrities from across the Asia-Pacific region who have taken digital world by storm. It featured 100 singers, films, bands, and TV stars with strong social media presence. And among these celebrities are our very own local artists Catherine Bernardo, Angel Locsin, and Ann Curtis. They were evaluated based on their combined social media reach and engagement, as well as their impact and advocacy amid the pandemic. Aside from Bernardo, Locsin, and Curtis, Filipino personalities who made it to the list include Marian Rivera, Vice Ganda, Kim Chu, and Sara Hieronimo. Prominent faces on the list include South Korean acts BTS and Blackpink. Marjorie Gornes, Daily Prime News.
Let's take a look at this news featured by Jennifer Gandamo.
Flower pots, face masks enjoy brisk sales, not Christmas decors. At around this time of the year, in the downtown streets of San Pedro and Oyangurin here in Davao City, assorted holiday decors, Christmas lantern toys, and other gift items used to enjoy brisk sales ahead of Christmas Day. Stalls would be built on every inch of the already narrow sidewalks as shoppers jockey for position for the best buys. Everything completely changed in this year in the time of the coronavirus disease. Gone are the colorful lights and wrappers of the holiday items, as they have been replaced by flower pots, various health and safety devices like face shields and face masks. Vendor Norliza Amintao told the Manila Bulletin that her family used to produce and sell Christmas lanterns in the past and enjoyed good sales even as early as November. But this year, they tried doing the same thing last month, but no one is buying.
Game 3 of the Best of 7 PBA Philippine Cup Finals. Reporting from the station, what's happening there, Gerlin Rose Gore?
Reports the news. TNT buckled down and covered Barangay Ginebra 88-67 in a Game 3 Best of 7.
PBA Philippine Cup Finals Friday at Angeles University Foundation. The Tropang Liga, after losing the first two games of the series, trimmed the series deficit to 2-1 for the head coach Bong Ravina's first finals win. TNT outscored Ginebra 23-8 in the second quarter to take a 44-34 lead, heading into the break, but was subjected to an early 20-7. The Tropang Liga though quickly answered with a 2-2 run to push the lead anew to 66-56.
After Ryan Reyes tripled with 34 seconds left in the quarter. Leading you to the truth, Gerlin Rose Gore, Daily Prime News.
And for the weather news, live from the Weather Center, what's the weather update, John Cargam?
The northeast monsoon or amihan will dampen parts of Luzon Saturday. Weather Bureau Pagasa said in its 5 a.m. update, weather specialist Benes Anisteria said amihan is prevailing in northern and central Luzon. He also said that this brings a slightly cold temperature there, particularly in the early morning. Northern Luzon, including Cagayan, Isabela, Payang, Kalinga, Abra, Mountain Province, and Ilocos Norte, will experience cloudy skies with light to moderate rain due to amihan, which may possibly cause flooding and landslide. Estrella said 3 cloud clusters were also observed. He also said that based on analysis, none will develop into a typhoon, but there is a possibility that 1 or 2 will become a low pressure area, which may bring rains over to some parts of Bicol region, Eastern Visayas, and Eastern Mindanao. That's all for our weather report.
May show! Audition tayo? Kaso maiksi buko, di bagay sa mga role. Try Sunsilk! Now with biotin and aloe vera. Sunsilk nourishes hair to be strong as it grows long day by day. Popstar! Mermaid! Superhero! We did it! Have amazing! New your Sunsilk strong and long.
Daily Prime News citizens, we only have 11 days to go before Christmas. And those are our top stories in this hour. This is Daily Prime News, leading you to the truth. This is your unbiased and truth upholder, Marpet Megalabin, saying all of us has the right to access the truth with full accuracy.